Ariel, when I read this tip on our list, I described it as a word salad Mad Lib. What is this?
Yeah, I'll read the tip as it's written, and then I'll explain. It says, fun fact, yellow hook to Bay Ridge, a.k.a. do a disease/competing word check. What do I mean by this? Maybe you're familiar if you live in Brooklyn or around Brooklyn with the city of Red Hook, but are you familiar with the city of Yellow Hook? You're probably not, because the name was changed to Bay Ridge. And the reason the name was changed to Bay Ridge is because of the yellow fever outbreak. They did not want to be associated with the word yellow anymore. So this is both a fun fact history lesson and a tip of the day to say that you should maybe do a little bit of keyword research and check if there are diseases named after the thing that you are trying to name. Thoughts? How was that for a tie-in?
That was a pretty
Trying
good tie-in.
something new here.
If naming a thing, make sure it's not accidentally a deadly disease is a good tip.
And that was pretty efficient, too. I'm proud of that. Hope we got the point of that one across.
Happy Monday.
You better believe that I was set to leave the country in 2020. This was before the pandemic. And I would not have been able to leave on the trip that I was supposed to go on because my passport had expired. Ned, thank God for the pandemic. Ugh, shouldn't say that.
Don't say that.
Anyway, what is your tip of the day that could make this not happen?
Everyone, passports are a nightmare if you don't keep track of their expiration dates, because they take a while to renew and they take a while to get to you. And if you start that process too late, you will be without a passport. And if you need to travel with a passport, you are out of luck. The tip of the day is just go to your passport, look up the day it expires, and set a reminder in your Reminders app or To-Do app or whatever for 1 year before that. That gives you 1 year to start the process to renew your passport, which means that you will never be without a passport when you need one. That's the tip of the day.
Never be without a passport when you need one.
Never.
Never be without daily tips that may or may not help you when you need it.
Yeah, so subscribe to us everywhere.
See you tomorrow. Ronald Young Jr. is back for another daily tip that may or may not help you. He is our guest tipper of the month. And Ronald, you have a tip that I need to follow that I have not followed. I would like to know, do you follow this tip? And also, what is this tip?
Go to bed earlier than you think. Go to bed. You're up right now. You're probably scrolling Instagram or TikTok or one of the social medias and looking at this video right now. And I'm telling you right now,
leave.
Go to bed. Close your phone. Go to bed. It's important. I've realized that most of the things that I'm going to do tomorrow start with decisions that I'm making right now.
Wow.
And typically the worst decision that I ever make is somewhere between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. Because a lot of people don't know this, but scientifically, the clock goes 9:01, and then 2 a.m. A lot of people don't realize that. It's really important that you don't lose that 5 hours in between there. Just being up aimlessly, catching up, getting your revenge procrastination on the day, whatever it may have been. Go to bed earlier than you think. I try to go to bed at 10:30, and I don't do a good job, Ariel. I do like a terrible job, as a matter of fact. But when I do, when I can actually like lay down and start like winding down around 10 o'clock, do a night routine, be in bed, I find that the next day is just that much more successful. And it's something that we kind of forget, like as children, or if you have friends with kids, they're always putting their kids to bed. It's bedtime. They put the kids to bed, kids go to sleep. They wake up early in the morning full of boundless energy. It's not just because they're kids. It's because they had a full night's rest. A full night's rest. They went to bed at 8 p.m. They woke up at 6 a.m. They had a full night's rest. Somehow we as adults just decide that we're adults and we just don't need rest anymore. That's what's going to keep us going. But we need it. Go to bed. Wake up early.
Would you do us a favor and stare at the camera one more time and yell at us to go to bed? I think that'll do it.
Go to bed. Go to bed. Go to bed right now.
And with that, this episode is over. Bye.
Ariel, you and I both espouse the benefits of LinkedIn in a way that makes a lot of our colleagues roll their eyes, to be honest with you. But I'm a big fan of the tip you're about to give. Please tell me how I can make my LinkedIn usage better.
I know. The way that we shill for LinkedIn on this show it's quite impressive, LinkedIn.
Is.
If you were still doing that podcast network, we would be first in line to apply for it.
What a good LinkedIn podcast.
Today's tip is mostly a tip that I give to people who are looking for jobs or people who are just graduating from college and they don't know what they want to do or where they want to work, or maybe they have an idea of the industry that they want to be in, but they don't know how to connect with the people that they want to connect with. My tip is that you should post exactly what you want to do or to be or to connect with, who you want to connect with on LinkedIn. And this can look as straight up, as obvious as, hi, LinkedIn, I am looking to connect with X, Y, and Z types of people and to have conversations about X, Y, and Z because I eventually want to have this kind of job. Or it could be a little bit more disguised. It could be something like, here's my skill set, and here are some of the projects I've worked on, and here's some of the projects I'd like to work on. And then hopefully your LinkedIn network will kick into gear that way. If you need any advice on what to post, feel free to get in touch. I think I've figured out LinkedIn to an extent, and I like it. I think it can really connect you with the people that you want to be connected with, and I've also found that people are generally very kind and open to connecting.
Guess what, folks? We're going to be back tomorrow with another LinkedIn tip. So stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ned, at this point, we are full on shills for LinkedIn because yesterday we had a tip about LinkedIn, and today, again, we have a tip about LinkedIn. So what's your advice? How can I best utilize this platform?
LinkedIn is the number one way to network in a social media place. It is great to find people at companies you want to work for. It is great to find people offering services you need. LinkedIn is wonderful. However, LinkedIn is only wonderful if you can figure out how to get in touch with the people that you need to talk to. That requires referrals and introductions and cold emails and things like that. So, LinkedIn feels like a place where the smartest thing to do is connect to as many people as possible. That is incorrect, because if you don't actively know the person you're connecting to, they don't have value in your network and they are gumming up the search features of LinkedIn. When you start searching for things on LinkedIn, either at companies or by name or by location, it'll show you first, second, and third connections. First being people you are directly connected to, second being people connected to people you're directly connected to, and third being kind of like a wider mix that's connected to some close enough connection that you could figure it out. And if you're connecting to random people, that blows up your second and third connections list. And what LinkedIn is best used for is searching for something, seeing that you're a second connection to someone, and figuring out who you're connected through and asking them for an introduction. And if you don't know the person you're connected to, then they can't make that introduction for you, and they're not really a second connection. So the tip of the day is, on LinkedIn, don't blast out connection invites. Don't accept connection invites willy-nilly. Only accept connections that you actively know and are comfortable reaching out to, so that your LinkedIn networking is significantly improved.
And that is this week of tips on LinkedIn tips that may or may not help you. We're back next week with more LinkedIn tips that may or may not help you. LinkedIn should sponsor this podcast. This podcast is actually called Daily Tips That May or May Not Help You.